Hey guys, welcome back to day 18 of 119 days of link building. It's me, Deepak Shukla, founder at Lemon. We're an SEO agency based in London. And feel free, before we get into it, to click the link below to get an additional 17 strategies not shared in this training. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the skyscraper content, it's something that's been around for probably over a decade, but it was popularized in terms of this terminology by Brian Dean of Backlinko. So go ahead and check him out. Dude's a bit of a beast. And the fundamental premise around it is it draws upon ultimately also Grant Cardone's the 10x rule, that you need to create content, or basically you need to do things that are 10 times as good as your competitors. So in the instance of creating skyscraper content, then fundamentally you would produce a blog that just rocks the socks off any other competitor or potentially any other prospective user in the space, because your content is just that much better. So that's the whole purpose and idea behind skyscraper link building, and why it's so important that you really want to look at what's out there in the marketplace. If you're going to, for example, look at we're talking about link building. So if you want to do a skyscraper piece on link building, let's just have a look at what comes up. So Moz comes up, the beginner's guide, Backlinko comes up. There you go. But let's go ahead and look at, Backlinko. So if you were to go and try and beat Mr. Brian Dean, you need to produce something that's 10 times as good as this, which is no easy feat. And he talks likely linkers, people that are likely to link to you. This is cool. There's going to be a shit ton of stuff in here. Oh, actually, no, it's not as long as I thought, to be honest with you. So it finishes there, and then okay, cool. So that's beatable, if you will. But he's obviously got a big audience and stuff. But yeah, the principle is that you look at content like that. Let's just have a look at what mods have done. And you need to create content that's 10 times as good as that. So typically you could look at page one and you could identify what kind of work or what kind of content is being produced. I mean, a lot of these guys are probably ranking because of the amount of bloody backlinks they have going to them. And to find the likely linkers, you want to go through the first probably 5 pages of these sites, batch analysis, and then just see who's linking to these specific pages. And then, assuming you built better content than they have, you'd want to reach out to them and be like, hey, I've written a piece of content that's even better. Come and have a little look-see. So that would be the fundamental premise behind it. So if we now just open that up and take a look, let's see what comes up so we can investigate. So as you can see here, this has brilliant 453 referring domains. So look, it'd be a bit of a journey, but that would be the idea behind it, that you would build something super duper better. Now, WordStream, Moz, they'll have a shitload of relationships. People will just link to them because it's Moz and it's WordStream. So you do need to factor that into this conversation. But if you wanted to get started on that journey, you need to build a stupendous guide, make it 10 times better than the competition, and then reach out to everyone who's linking to the competition. And that would be the approach. You might want to look at terms that are slightly less competitive in the beginning, but I mean, what is it? What is the expression? All boats rise with the tide. There's a better expression for this. A rising tide. There you go. A rising tide lifts all boats. So if you do produce a piece of content that's 10 times better, I'm telling this to my team as well, then you can reach out to basically 200, 1,000 people that are linking to, across these blogs is going to be thousands. So WordStream have got 453. Let's have a look at how many Brian Dean's got. I bet you he's got more. Let's have a look. You could reach out to, this page has got $21,000 in value, just this page alone. It's crazy. Look, so he's got 2,000 referring domains. It's absolutely ridiculous. So you could build the definitive guide to link building in 2022 and just try and knock the socks off Brian Dean. And you won't beat him, but you'll get some way into it at least. And you can continually do link outreach for a particular blog that you have. And because all rising tide lifts all boats, it means that your entire website will benefit. Now you can look at other niches because that's extremely competitive. And of course, depending upon the niche that you're in, there's different header terms, if you will, that you can go after. But the 10x rule, skyscraper content still stands. In terms of layout and structure, we're not dealing with that really, but look, like imitate, steal, and improve. Amalgamate everything that's happening and find a way to build a better version, and then produce that content. So that would be the way that you could go about producing some brand spanking, or get some brand spanking links when it comes to skyscraper link building. So I hope that makes sense, guys. And that is how you can skyscrape the sheet out of ultimately other pages that are ranking on page one for your keyword, by building a really fancy piece of content and then going after all of these domains to see what you can do to build more links. All right, cheers.